just think about the person who you're actually reaching with your content. I think that's so much more important than just views. Like, anyone can get views, like at the end of the day, like if they wanted to. If they really wanted to, anyone could get views. What's up, guys? Rich here. Thanks for tuning in to the 2610 podcast, where me and the boys talk about how you can use content the right way to grow and scale your business. If you find this episode useful, then please share with a fellow entrepreneur, marketer, founder, or anyone else who might also get some value from it, and let's all grow together. With that said, let's jump straight into it.
With like business, right? So for example, just one off the top of my head is they're offering financial help. Okay, so what sort of, would you say that they go for trending videos, or would you go for something educational that will actually be a bit relevant?
We'll come back to that question, I think, Scott. No, I think it's like Liam said there. It's like finding your audience, right? Like, if you're trying to sell something online or get people to be interested in your product and what you're offering, like, you know, it would be like us now sitting on this podcast and talking about Kim Kardashian. Like, it's trending, it's great, people are going to want to listen to it, but it's not our, you know, demographic, right? It's not our avatar. We don't want to, like, as much as I know, Liam, you would absolutely love to talk about that. Like, it wouldn't make sense, right? And we're just effectively wasting it. And it's the same thing when it comes to making content. Like, people think, and it's the same thing you said there, getting loads of views is going to result in whatever they think it's going to result in, loads of sales, loads of signups, whatever. But unless you're targeting the right demographic, you know, it's not going to do anything for you. Best example I always use of this is, you know, and we spoke about this, Scott, but I don't know if you've heard me say this, Liam, but you know the girl influencers, you know the ones, they're, you know, all over TikTok, or at least they're all over my TikTok for whatever reason, I have no idea, but they're in the gyms and they're squatting and they're not wearing a whole lot of clothes, and that's fine, right? Like, completely fine. But like, instead of filming and giving value, like today I'm doing a squat and I'm doing this and this is working this like this certain body part, and then I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and this is how I'm eating, whatever. Or like even showing that, they just literally take a video from behind themselves of their, you know, nice bum or whatever, not wearing a lot of clothes, and they're squatting right into the camera, and all that's doing is getting a load of young, horny 16-year-old lads that, you know, want to watch that content, interested in that. So they're getting a load of views and they think, oh, this is great, I'm going to start selling the course now. They go to try and advertise that course, no one's interested, they don't get no sales. They think, oh, I've got to make more content. They make more content about the course, like, here's what I can do in the course. No one's interested because they've not been reaching that demographic the whole time. They think, shit, my views are down, how can I get my views up? Post a bikini picture, and all the lads are like, love this, and then they think they're doing great again, and then they can't sell shit, right? As opposed to the person who's maybe getting like a tenth of those views, who, you know, is wearing baggy clothes, but it's like, I'm going to teach you how to get in shape. And I get it, like, you've got to, you know, give that persona off and show that you're at that level, but at the same time, like, just think about the person who you're actually reaching with your content. I think that's so much more important than just views. Like, anyone can get views, like at the end of the day, like if they wanted to. If they really wanted to, anyone could get views. But it's what you do with that, and it's who is viewing that. That I guess is the most important thing. So it's a long way of saying, Scott, trending content, great, you know, like, it's fine. It's fine to get relevant. It's fine to obviously trigger the algorithm, and I guess, you know, help you grow your own audience, whatever. But at the same time, like, you've got to be mixing it with, you can't just be doing trending content all the time. You've got to be mixing it with some sort of value. I think value is the most important thing in content creation now. Like, value, just value. Give people value and they'll buy eventually. May not be initially, like, straight away, but at some point.
Yeah, I just want to like mention something here too, like something quickly. I have never seen like a viral video and thought, I'm going to follow this person. Whereas, like, if I watch a video and I don't know, like, it helps me, helps me to learn something, most of the time I'd actually like take the time to look at that person's other videos, and I think that's what people need to keep in mind when they're making content. And I'm also curious as to why there's loads of girls in the gym on your TikTok page.
I honestly don't know. I don't know. I don't control the algorithm. I've tried to tell them I'm not interested so many times, but for whatever reason, it just keeps coming back. Yeah, that's why I don't go on TikTok. um, but yeah, no, I think like as well, and something we've not spoke about, and we'll talk about briefly here, but like I don't see enough of businesses going like testing. Like there's no real testing. It's like they've got an idea, which I get, it's fine. Like, but they've got an idea of what could work, and then they just like put everything into that. But for me, I'd be much more prone to like us, for example, now, like this is the first episode of us doing this, or the first time us doing this, but we've got so many now different streams of like content coming from this point, and we'll pretty much work out what works, and then we'll double down on whatever that is. And I think businesses sometimes just go, right, this is what we're going to do, don't test enough. And then like Gary Vee speaks about this so much, it's like keep going until something works, and then when that thing works, stop whatever else you were doing and do that more, you know, and just like double down on that thing. And I think that's where a lot of like, you should have, talking about just getting ideas, I guess, you know, use your AI to generate a ton of ideas. If trending thing is in there as well, then great. And then from there, do that to the best of your ability, and then work out what's working, and then work out how you can make that better. Even do that same thing again. And if you're a business, you can even do that with a call to action at the end. Like if that video goes viral, make that same video the exact same way, or even republish it, but just with the thing on the end going, oh, by the way, I've got a course out, go buy. Like, you know, it's going to go viral because you know that it's went viral in the past. So repost, put a little call to action on the end, and then you've got like an award-winning ad that you can count on that's going to work each and every time that you do it. But too many people are like, you know, we're going to do training content and that's it. And yeah, I've got strong feelings about trending content for businesses as well. Like it's kind of cringe. I don't know your thoughts on it, but when I see from certain businesses and companies and all they're doing is like trending like content that young kids are doing, it was especially apparent like back in the dancing, what a terrible time that was, but the dancing times of TikTok, and you've got like CEOs of fucking businesses doing little dances around their office. I just wanted to
that does not work for me. Like when I mean, you guys know that I love a bit of TikTok. I'm trying to cut down. But yeah, like even there'll be like I don't know if it's like credit card companies or them kind of businesses, and yeah, all of a sudden it will come up and it will be like someone that works for them. I think I sent you like one before, and it's like they're in like on this green screen thing in a little boat with the Titanic music going in, and then obviously it's just got loads of text. So the reason they're getting views is because they've got tons of text on like a 3-second video. So obviously people are reading it, and then it cuts again, so they start reading again. So you probably earned about like 5 views from one person, but then they'll obviously look at that and be like, oh look, we've got like loads of views, but that's not getting you anywhere, because I've definitely watched those videos 5 times and I've not clicked on your profile once. Like you've just caught me unexpectedly, and I'm trying to read it to figure out what you are. And by the time I've read it, I'm like, what a waste of time that was. Skip.
You're not passionate about that at all, Scott, are you?
No, I just think, yeah, like I think the whole like the trending stuff is good if you're, I don't know, if you're like 16 years old on TikTok and you've just got your friends around and you want to have a little bit of a laugh. Yeah, the whole like trending things for businesses, I don't think is the best move.